Hey guys, Rena here. Doing a Q&A video for you guys. Um, Before anything, I just want to say thank you to my family and friends, my Facebook family and friends, for getting to me with awesome questions, topics of things that I could discuss on my channel today. As I said, I will be doing a Q&A. I am makeupless, but I had to at least hit these edges and throw some gloss on these lips for you guys. Um, I usually typically put makeup on, but today I just wanted to really get down to it and really address a lot of the questions that I received because I am just grateful to you guys. Um, First question was, what would I say? What is some advice I would give to my younger self? And one of the things that I would tell, one of the things of advice that I would give to my younger self is keep that confidence. It, you know, growing up, especially on the plus size side, you don't have much confidence. And for some reason, when I was younger, I had all the confidence in the world. You couldn't tell me anything. And a lot of the time, it was just me putting on a front. Like, I just, if I didn't love me, if I didn't think this of me, nobody would thought it of me. And I had a lot of my friends come to me like, growing up, like you had so much confidence, like you were the one that just made me feel like, yo, Rena could do this. If she feels this way, I could feel this way about myself or whatever I was going through. You were just pushing through, and that's something I would tell my younger self: keep that confidence. Don't lose it when you get out into your 20s and your mid 20s and your later 20s. Keep that confidence. Um, Another thing I would say is basically know your worth. Because though I had that confidence, on the flip side, I was also looking for that acceptance, especially from a man. Um, I would definitely tell myself to know your worth. There were guys that, you know, were toxic. There were guys that were not toxic, that loved me and, really wanted the best for me. But because I was so much in a whirlwind trying to find myself, trying to be as confident as I put on, that I lost myself. And at a younger age, about 19, 20. So I would definitely tell myself, keep your confidence and know your worth. Um, Another question I got was, do you think it's harder dating as a plus size woman than it is as a small woman? I kind of feel a little biased on this because I've always been plus size. I have never been slim. I have never been slim thick. I have never been thick. I have been fat all my life. So I don't put little cute names on it. It's plus size. It's fat. It is what it is. If you don't like it, you change it, and that's just really what the bottom line is. I don't I don't Photoshop. I don't do any of that. Like, what's the point? I don't want people out here looking at me in the real world like, girl, you playing yourself. Like, that's not what you were looking like on Facebook. And I don't want to be embarrassed. I'm a Gemini. We don't like to be embarrassed. Like, point blank period. So, back to the question. I think that it is a disadvantage. However, it's hard for women everywhere. Let me say that. It's hard for women everywhere. No matter how slim you may be, how long your hair may be, how real your eyebrows are. Mine are real today. I did not draw them. But there will always be someone who looks better, someone who has more money, someone who is doing better. And if you are with someone who doesn't um, appreciate you and love you, you can be a 10. You could be the slimmest with the biggest butt, fullest lips, longest hair, and you will still get cheated on because that man doesn't honor you. He doesn't respect you. So it doesn't really matter the size because people get cheated on every day, B, and that's just really what it is. But as a plus size woman, you have to deal with the type of men that want to be talking to you and sliding in your DMs and you know catching up to you when you're walking in the elevator, like, oh, can I talk to you? Let me change numbers. But when you speak to them full out into the world, it's different. They try to downplay their relationship with you, or even if they have, they may act like they don't even know you because of your size. And it's hard. It's hard being a fuller woman dating, and it takes a toll on you emotionally, and you start to feel like you're not good enough. But what you need to understand is you are good enough. And there will be a man that will love you, that will honor every part of your body. And that's what you need to hold out for. Don't settle for these men who want to sleep with you in the dark, who want to take you out far, far, far from where you live or where they live so they won't run into nobody that knows you or run into no one that knows them. They want to basically take you damn near to New Jersey for a date because they live in Brooklyn or they live in Queens or they live in Connecticut. Like, it's crazy. But you have to basically just understand that you may be reaching for something and they're not it. And it's no point in wasting your time and wasting your focus and wasting your body on someone who's not going to respect you and who you can't even hold hands with out into the real world. So it's pointless, but it is hard. And sometimes when you do find that person that admires you, that loves you, and appreciates your fuller side, sometimes you push them away. I've been through that. Dating someone who appreciates a fuller figure woman and you feel so self-conscious. And the crazy thing is you may feel more self-conscious with someone who appreciates your body than you do with someone who doesn't. And it's crazy the psychological pressure that it puts on you is crazy because now you're trying to figure out, why do you like my stomach? I don't like my stomach. Nobody that I've dated, they or nobody that I've been intimate with, they went to great lengths to go past the stomach to the breast and to the vagina. You know, let's be real. So when you find someone who wants to rub your bat wings and wants to like touch your stomach, you like stop. It makes you uncomfortable because for so long you've been conditioned to think that that was unacceptable. That no man should love that. But once you feel like, you know what, I'm gonna accept what I have. This is what I have. I have this fat, and he's gonna love it, and I'm gonna love it. And if I don't love it, I'm going to change it, and I'm gonna change it for me, not because I feel like I want to be more appealing to the masses. It's not what you do. It's not gonna make you happy. Me, my goal is to lose weight, and I am going on my weight loss journey, but it's for me. I'm trying to be the healthier me, the healthiest me I can be. I have two beautiful children that I really need to be here for, and it's not for a man, and it's not to be deemed beautiful by society because I could care less. So yes, it is harder. Like I said, hold on to your values, love yourself, and you will definitely find someone that's gonna love you. Date and date often. Have fun, but don't lose yourself in the fun. Um, Next question. Sorry, I'm looking through my phone because I decided that I was gonna freestyle my questions. I wasn't going to um write anything down. I was gonna write down the questions, but I wasn't gonna write down my answers. I feel like that's not authentic. I'm not giving you the real deal with me. I feel like it would have been rehearsed, and I'd rather just come out with it. Another question was, how do I feel being a mom of two? Um, I feel I love my children. Um, did I think this would be my life? No, I honestly didn't think I would have any kids. At a certain point, the doctors were telling me I won't have any kids, And then I just really got to that point, like, you know what, I really don't want any kids anyway. I like to have fun. I like to be able to go and do as I please. But, God saw fit for me to have children. And I love them. It's very hard. Um, it's very money. It consumes money. It consumes time. It consumes energy. But there are some very rewarding factors to being a parent. And I'm able to teach my children, and I'm able to do things with them that my parents did with me, and some that my parents didn't do with me. My parents worked, my, I was raised basically in single parent homes, except for about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, where I was raised with my father and my stepmother. But other than that, it was either just me and my mother for a long time, or it was just me and my dad. So I'm at a situation where my daughter's father and I we're no longer together. We co-parent well, and that's the extent of it. My son's father, me and him are together. We we cohabitate together. We do things together. We do things as a family. So I'm able to give my children that family unit and go on family trips and just do things like things that I wasn't afforded. I didn't get to take something so small as a family trip to the supermarket. Like I didn't do that. I went with my grandmother. I went with my mother. At after a certain while, I went by myself. Like it's just things that I'm just able to do with my children, and I'm grateful. Um, as I said, it's hard. I'm not gonna paint it out to be this wonderful picture, but just like summertime, it's hot. It's draining, but it's still some of the best times you've had in your life, and sometimes some of the best times you've had in the year. All your memories really take place in the summertime. So I guess that's a good analogy. Children are like summertime. They're fun, but it's hot and it's hard to tell. Next question. I had another question from a gentleman because a lot of my questions came from women, but I did have one question come from a male, and I wanted to get down to that one. It This question, it made me really think because it was two parts, and I don't know if I fully have that answer, but I wanted to answer it the best way that I could. And the question was basically, sorry, give me a minute. I have to open my phone. Basically, um, how do you deal with a loss of circumstances? Meaning, you are with someone and you lose them not because you decided they weren't the person for you, or they decided you weren't the person for them, but something got in between and you cut ties. Um, my answer for that, honestly, is someone wasn't loving hard enough. If circumstances so as small as what these circumstances are broke the union. Um, I feel like everybody's heard of this. Everybody's heard this phrase before. You fall in love with someone, you marry someone, or you get with someone who loves you more than you love them. And I honestly think that was the situation. I think that one person was loving harder than the other because it shouldn't have gone down the way it went down. And I honestly think that you cut your losses. You take what you basically you take what you can from that situation. It's it's no need to harbor feelings. There's no need to hold on to feelings. It is what it is. You you've gained your lesson from this, and the lesson basically was we had this relationship. Everything was what it was, and the love was there, but the love wasn't strong enough, and you don't want to settle for that. You don't want to settle for, is it enough? You want to settle for, this is what it is. I want someone to feel for me as I feel for them, not I love enough for the both of us. And when you're in a situation as such, you start to feel miserable. Arguments start to ensue, and it starts to basically crumble the foundation when both parties aren't loving equally. And I just really, I as I said, it was so open ended without me going into so much of that person's, you know, personal business, because that's not what I'm here for either. I'm not here to tell nobody's business. Unfortunately, I'm here to tell my own. Um, but I really just think that, you know, just leave it alone. And sometimes the people try to make a comeback when you're doing wonderful things. And if they weren't there to venture with you through the hard working part, through the rough patch, through the sleepless nights, through the harvesting of your product and the harvesting of your fruits, why should they enjoy all the things that you reap? Why? No one deserves to enjoy the fruits of your labor, not laborers from both parties. No, your labor. This is what you did. This is something that you cultivated from a little seed. You were out there digging in the dirt, planting this seed, watering, tilling the, you know, the the soil and fertilizing and doing all these things. You did all that hard work. Don't let anyone reap your benefits. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve you. You and I'm talking directly to this person, and I want them to know that they have done some amazing things. But hold out for someone who is going to go through the trenches with you, someone that's going to work hard with you, not just wait until you've gone and done all the hard work and sit back and try to relax on your time and on your dime. That's not what you do. And as I said, if you want to come back and we could discuss it more where it's not on camera, just because, like I said, I don't like to divulge people's personal business, because that's not the point of this Q&A. One of the main reasons why I didn't have people ask me directly on my post, it was more so inside my inbox or email or text, because I didn't want people to know exactly who I was talking to. I just wanted them to ask me questions and get this done. Did I have any other questions? Wait, sorry. Yes, I did. The next question is, what do you think about um, plus size fashion? And I'm like, of course, if we didn't have plus size fashion, I wouldn't have no clothes, girl. I'd be walking around naked as a jaybird. We need plus size fashion. I think some of the things are a little extreme, because they're making things in a size 3X that they should have left at a large, but I don't have to buy it. So it's like, they do what they please with that. But if they didn't have plus size fashion, I wouldn't have clothes. A lot of my friends wouldn't have clothes. So yeah, we need plus size fashion. Um I just love to see a plus size woman, any woman for that fact. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, I'm pro fat girl, but we are winning, just like all of us black girls. We are all winning. Um, I just want them to be more front and center. Like, just like all these designers are coming out with things, all these designers are coming out with clothes. I would like us plus size women to be as as front and center as they are. I like us to come out in numbers and really make it happen, because there's so many designers that are not catering to us plus size women, and we do make up a lot of the majority. We are, no pun intended, but large and in charge. Like, there's a lot of us, and I don't think that we should be having to squeeze into anything. It's so much fabric in this world that they can spare another 2 inches to make a 3X or a 3X, to make a 1X a 1X. I shouldn't have to put on a 1X and it feels like a medium. Like, I don't think I should have to do that. It's all this fabric in the world. They can afford to do that. Yeah, that's just my view on that. Um Let me see. I have a funny question. And I don't even have an answer to this question. It was just funny to me, and it's really true. Why do people borrow your stuff, hold it, and you have to ask for it back? Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's not yours. You walk past it every day because you should have the intention of giving it back. So I know that you borrowed something from me and it's on your dresser, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna give it back. I'm gonna give it back. Or you just being vindictive, like, I'm gonna just, she might not ask for it back. No, nigga, I need my stuff back. Give me my stuff. And I shouldn't have to ask. Same as with money. If I borrow $10 from you and I say I'm gonna give it to you on Tuesday you're gonna have your $10. You don't have to ask me, yo, you got that 10, or yo, could you pick this up for me? I think it's $10. Like, I don't want to have to throw hints. I don't want you to have to throw hints at me. One of the main reasons why I really don't borrow things, because I'd rather do without, unless it's dire need. And I have wonderful parents, so just like really. But that's one of the reasons why I really don't like to borrow, and I don't like to loan things. And I live by my mother's words. If you can't afford to give it away, do not loan anything. Whether it's a shirt, whether it's money, whether it's anything. If you cannot afford to say, you know what, you can have it, then you should not be loaning things. And honestly and truthfully, living by that, it really helped me. It really helped me. Like, I don't argue with people about money. I don't argue with people about anything, because if someone asks me for $50, and if I have the $50 and I know I can miss the $50, like, my rent don't, rely on this 50, my children's pampers don't rely on this 50, then you have it. If you give it back, that is excellent. And I'm not gonna say no one's ever loaned anything. I've never loaned anything to someone and they never gave it back. People have given me my things back, but as I said, I don't expect it back. So there's no arguments. There's no shade being thrown, like, oh, you know how people are. Oh, people know how to borrow things. Oh, people needed $50 to pay their rent, but I see them at the club. I don't care what you do with that $50, because I had it to give it to you. But if I do see, what I will say is, if I see that you ask me for this money for a bill or something important, and I see you out in the club, or if I'm looking through your Snapchat and you out here flossing with my 50 plus some other people's 50s, and I see you out at the bar, I see you at the liquor store, you better not fix your lips to ask me for anything. I don't care if you don't have a grain of rice. You can come to the crib and eat, but I'm not giving you no money, because you're a liar and I can't trust you. But my grandmother, just Gloria Lewis, would feed anybody. And just like that, I will feed anybody. But you better not ask for no money. What was the next question? My video is long, y'all. It is lit. Um, do I miss anything about me before I had kids? Yes, girl, I miss everything. I miss coming home, laying down. I miss, you know, sleeping all day. I miss, I used to get up for work and I used to go hang out and go do things. Or I used to get up for work and go to sleep. And I didn't have to worry about nothing. I didn't have to worry about getting up and feeding anybody, whether I have to physically put the spoon to their mouth or I have to physically prepare something, you know, I was just able to come in and live. I was able to get up. I didn't have to ask nobody to watch anyone. I didn't have to secure babysitters. I didn't have to pay for this. It was whatever. Like, I'm ready to go. Sit. Let me pack a overnight bag because I might not come home. You know, you miss that, and I'm just grateful that I did get to live out um a good deal of my 20s. I had my first child at 25. I feel like that's it's pretty decent. I was able to go out of the country. I was able to um, take day trips. I was able to just live. Go to bars and close the bars down and go get off of work, take a quick shower, go out to the club, come back from the club, take an hour nap, take a shower, and go back to work. Like I was able to do those things, and I am grateful that I got to do them because a lot of people didn't get a chance to do that. They had children a little earlier, or way earlier in some people cases. But I'm just grateful that I did get to live a good amount of my time before I had children, before I decided to settle down, because it's important. It's important to go out and enjoy your younger years, your formative years. It's important because then you become that. When you don't have fun in your younger years, you feel like as you've gotten older, it's like your last ditch. Like I have to go out to the club. So now you're like 45, club hopping every weekend, or at the after hour spots every weekend, at the happy hour spots every day, because that's what you didn't get to do in your younger years. And me at 40, I don't even know. At 29, I don't even like to go to the club. I am all clubbed out, honestly and truthfully. I had a surprise party um, for my birthday last year, and I was just like, it was a good time. I had wonderful people come through, but I just didn't. That's not my thing anymore. I've become more grounded in family and um, just being home. I really became a homebody. I can probably say that some of it has stemmed from the anxiety, but a lot of it was just me enjoying myself. I spent so many years trying to find myself that now that I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to be a mother. I'm here to be a wife. I'm here to be a provider. I'm here to be just here and enjoy myself and enjoy my time on this earth. So I think that will conclude Q&A. My next video will be a story time video. My best friend has definitely talked me into making a video. So as I'm talking to you guys, as a true Gemini, I'm thinking about what video I'm gonna tell you guys that I do not want to be walking outside and be like, girl, I did not know you got no, no. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm gonna link that one to Facebook too. Like, it's real simple. It's just stories. A story, like I said, I've lived, I've enjoyed life, and there's nothing else I can say about that. So yeah, um, I just wanna make sure that I've addressed everybody's questions because, as I said, there were a lot. As you can see, this video is already 30 minutes, and I don't think I was rambling too much, but I probably was. Um. Oh, how do you know when you're in love? I knew I was in love. I can count how many times I've been in love. I think honestly about 2 times. 2 times I've been in love, and I thought I was in love one time before, but when you really sit down and think about what love means to you, you can tell the real from the fake. When you think you're in love, you just enjoy being around that person. You enjoy what you guys do. Whether it be sexually, whether it be just that's my person, that's my man. We go to the movies, or that's my man. We go out to eat, or that's my man. I just stay in the house. Um, you have to really differentiate between habit, missing a. Let me wait before I go to that. You have to really understand what it is to miss them. Once you really feel it deep down, the missing of a person, that's how you can really test your love. Because I've really thought that I was in love with someone until I had to miss them. And what I didn't miss was the person. I missed the routine. I missed going to their house or they coming to my house. Us going out. Us um being intimate. Us being on the phone. That's what I missed. I didn't miss the person because when I had really had to sit down and think about it, I'm like, this person got on my nerves. I just missed what we did. And that was an easy situation for me to make a clean break. Because me, I'm the type of person, some us May Geminis are different from June Geminis, us women Geminis are different from from the male Geminis. So me be a May woman Gemini, I cannot be with something, not a girl, a woman. I cannot be with someone that I don't see any growth. There was no growth there. It was just us in a routine. And once I noticed that that's what it was so easy for me to break it off. When I was in love and I had to miss a person, it felt like almost like a depression. Like like I could smell that person. I can hear their voice. Things felt empty when they weren't there. Like it was a hard miss. And that's when you know that that's love that you're um feeling. Not lust, not infatuation, not routine. It's love. When that's the person that you can't wait to speak to, that you can't wait to just share things with, share your life, share your day, share your meal, just everything. It's just that it just revolves around that person. So for me, that's the difference. Once you really have to miss someone, then you can really determine the love that you may have, if it's love. Um, but yeah, that was my last question of the day. And I thank you guys for listening to me, laughing with me, laughing at me. Either way you liked it and you watched it. So, like and subscribe. I am working on my editing, so soon I'll be putting little crazy things here. I'll be like, oh, point to this, point to that. But right now, I'm being hella lazy, and I have not done that yet. But I'm working on it. So, as I said, my next video will be shortly. It might not be today. It might be today. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling there's no makeup thing, but I'm not at the same time. So, we'll see. Um, I really do appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, commenting, people that are hitting me up on Facebook, people that are hitting me up on Snapchat, Instagram, just being so super supportive of my videos and just everything that I'm trying to do. I really, really, really love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. As I said, like, comment, and subscribe to me.